Colorado hunting big mule deer. The biggest mule deer in the world live here. We're gonna try to find one of them.
He's right behind this bush from us. Careful, careful, don't get too far that way. Woof!
Inch high, half inch to the left.
I have high hopes that this might be my year, to find a good buck hidden in these hills and burns. But hunting for that type of buck, after the velvet is stripped off, can sometimes be a tall order.
Just out to that rock out there. We've got a couple bucks spotted. We think it's the group from that Ike saw last night. Down off here, so we're just gonna peek over these rocks and take a look down on this other side and see if the big buck's down there. I hope he is. There's 2 bucks there. I don't see the others. Oh, down there. They're straight down there. They're feeding up this way. You see them, Paul? I don't see the big buck yet. Problem is I don't see his other buddy. He had that one buddy that was like 180. None of these bucks are that. Those bucks don't look like the right group. They're not big enough. There's one that's real heavy and there's a 180 with him. None of those bucks are that. That is not the right group of bucks. I mean, he's 26 wide.
Today we're in Colorado hunting big bucks. We've got a buck spotted here, a real nice buck with 2 cheaters. He's real heavy, probably 28 wide with the cheaters, maybe a little wider. He thinks he's hidden. There's 2 young bucks below him, and he thinks he's hidden, bedded down in those rocks. But we know there's a bigger buck in here we've seen before, so the hunt continues. We're gonna pass on this buck.
After blowing a near slam dunk stalk on a big non-typical, we spent the afternoon trying to turn up one of the 2 bucks we've been after. These big burns create a scenario where the older, more mature bucks drift in and out of the burn for feed about every 3 or 4 days. Catching up with just the right buck can become an exercise in frustration and patience.
Wrong bucks. It's not our group of bucks. It's a 3x4 and a goofy spike by 2 or something like that. So we're back to square one. If it would have been our buck, it'd have been a pretty sweet deal, but it's not him. So we're gonna probably go back and look at those other 2 clearings again.
He's the second biggest buck we've seen.
I mean, he does have the velvet on his horn. He's got some dried up velvet on his horn, but I can't see him very good right now. He's behind the tree, I can't see him. It's not, I'm pretty sure it's not that buck. I don't think his fronts are big enough.
He's 3 and he's way too wide anyway. He's too wide anyway to be that buck.
As the hot morning sun begins to encroach on our hunt, we desperately pick apart the burn in hopes of turning up one of the 2 big bucks we've been searching for, including one big typical buck my brother Ike found during the previous elk hunt.
Right there. He's right behind this bush from us. Careful, careful, don't get too far that way yet. I'm gonna just kind of ease out there and get all set up. He's right in front of that oak brush in that shadow. He's laying right above that black stump. He's not going to want to get up. He's really heavy. He's a heavy buck. He's not going to want to get up. I think he knows we're here. He thinks he's hidden. He don't want to get up. The problem is I don't know how to get him up.
Getting a mature mule deer buck out of his bed for a shot can be a very risky endeavor. This is about a 50-50 situation here, but waiting here all day is not really an option at this point.
The old dog bark gets him again. That's a risky situation. Based on yesterday's experience, getting a buck up out of the bed is a little tricky. And anytime you use a squeaky dog bark, coyote, yelp, cow call, you're always afraid they're going to get up running. And I think that buck was about to get up running, so I kind of pushed the shot a little bit on timing, but it was a nice close shot. We got 133 yards, so it was nice and close, but did the old dog bark. He got up, boom, put him down. That buck thought he was hidden. He's just laying there. Big old typical buck. He's not real wide, but he's heavy, long tines, just what we've been looking for. Just a heck of a deer. Colorado, you gotta love it. So we'll gather up our brass here and go take a look at the buck. He's definitely down. This hunt is officially concluded. Look at that, it's bright red. Let's go look. He should be right here. He ran around and I hit him a second time. He went end over end. Didn't go as far as I thought. It's right here. Look at how heavy that buck is. Holy smokes. That is a heavy buck. It's compact, but really heavy. Look at that eye guard. Just a really big deer. Look at the back. G2 on him is just really long.
That was fun. That was really fun. We were all here. I got to film the whole thing from way up on top of the ridge.
Yeah, we don't, all three of us in the same spot on a hunt and kill very often, huh?
I saw that buck and in my binoculars.
Yeah, you spotted him, huh?
I said, you need to shoot this buck. That's the one we've been looking for 4 or 5 days.
Just really heavy. It's the heaviest buck I've ever shot, probably.
Most people would probably pass him because he's not real wide, but they don't take into consideration how long his points are and his back tangs.
That was really cool. Thanks for spotting him, Dad. You were no question in your mind, was it? Remember, fair chase is the only way to hunt and take trophy big game. We'll see you next week right here on Eastmans Hunting TV.